Hello, everyone. My name is Felipa, and by this time, you know that I'm on a year-long reading plan to complete this big Bible. So today is day 40 out of 365, and I started on laws about administering justice. We're in Deuteronomy on chapter 16, and in verse 18, 19, 20, we talk about how a person, judges and officers that are appointed by God to judge people should do it so with a just judgment. Therefore not to respect a person nor take a gift, kind of meaning like, don't think that the person who's done wrong is don't give favor to them, don't think that they're anybody fancy or special, so don't respect them in that regard, and don't take a gift, because taking a gift will blind the eyes of the wise and pervert the words of the righteous, meaning that is going to compromise the judgment, because you're going to be happy you got a gift from somebody, and you'll probably ruin the word of the person who is righteous just because you're biased and affected. And we keep going on to laws about sacrifices, which we've talked about before. And there's a part here that says that if somebody brings forth somebody that's committed something wicked, that there has to be 2 or 3 witnesses that say that this person committed this crime, and then that person's worthy of death. But at the mouth of one witness, he shall not be put to death. So essentially, we're not going to listen to just the word of one individual, but more than one who say that this person wronged. And he also says to kill these people because it's so you should put the evil away from among you. So if somebody's sinning, somebody's doing wrong, they're going to, if they're judged by more than one witness that they've done this wrong thing, they're going to die with stones. And so I wrote, God's really saying that even nearby evil will taint the good. So having somebody that's done bad is going to over time probably affect the whole village, the whole nation. So that's why they're being killed. There's also a section about the duties of a king, essentially that he's not going to be this person that just kind of takes all the silver and gold and has a bunch of wives, but somebody who reads God's words and listens and follows in God's path. Laws about abominations of the nations of the land. I found this part kind of funny. It says in verse 10, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or any observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. And so it would be interesting to have seen what the definition of those things would have been back in the day. God also says in chapter 18, verse 15, the Lord thy God will rise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken. So saying that somebody amongst you is going to be given my voice, and the things that I say to him, he shall say to you. And and he even says, but if in your heart, you're wondering, well, how do I trust this person? Don't worry, because the prophet who will speak in the name of the Lord, the things that he speaks will follow. And if the thing that he speaks about does not come to pass, then the prophet who has spoken, you shouldn't be afraid of him. He's basically a fake. And a review again about the cities of refuge, basically saying if you were to accidentally kill your neighbor or something like that, and of course the family comes after you, there's these cities of refuge where you could take solace and kind of hide out there so that people are not after you. But if you kill somebody on purpose, then the elders of the city shall send you across the fence and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die. And we continued on to basically seeing what to do with cities that accept or refuse the proclamation of peace. If the people of Israel come onto these cities and they say, we want to take over, the city is peaceful about it, then they shall be somewhat accepted. But if they're not, it says it shall kill all their men, but the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that's in the city, even all the spoil thereof, shalt thou take unto thyself. And so this is essentially where I leave and end on day 40. Tomorrow is day 41. I start with chapter 21, the expiation of an uncertain murder. And so that's going to be an interesting section to read. I will see you tomorrow.